All right. Hello and good morning, everybody, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox. I'm your host, Axel1324.
And I am Cool Cat Terry.
And Terry, it is, oh man, we are less than a week away from Christmas. Christmas is on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
And oh man, I'm excited for my gaming Christmas. I'm mostly excited for the days off. So,
Yes.
yeah. I think you're excited because your overtime period ends, right?
Yeah, Saturday was my final day for the overtime. Like peak season has ended. So as of today, I'm officially off for the next 4 days. So I am going to take advantage of that because screw work. So,
If it wasn't for money, I wouldn't need to work. So, Terry, what have you been playing? What are you planning on playing over Christmas?
So I've been playing a lot of Dragon Age Veilguard, and I am loving it. I stayed up to 3 a.m. last night playing because I don't get to play much because of my busy work schedule lately. But so I stayed up and I played it, and I'm getting close to the end game. So I'll have my first playthrough almost done. So that's my plan for the next couple of days, is to just wrap up the campaign and get the first playthrough behind me.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, it's a really good game. I mean, it's got a lot of negativity, but overall, the game is well done. I mean, it does have some things that I don't care for, but most everything about this game is great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And guys, let us know what you plan on playing on Christmas. We love to hear what you guys have to say, chat. So I've been playing some, of course, some Diablo as I'm hooked in now. Like I feel like I'm going to be playing Diablo for the next 2 years. um, but I fired up Starfield and I started playing more of the Shattered Space DLC, and I'm loving it because every side quest now has like decision based side quest where you can choose to end people's lives or save them, and it's like you can choose to be a good person or a bad person, right? Whatever the great serpent calls you to be, and I'm loving it right now because like, oh man, what I do, what I do, what I do. Like I hate like I love and hate decisions that have consequences in games because I don't want to play games and have consequences, but at the same time do I want to kill like I got sent on this mission to save hostages, quote unquote, right?
Okay.
And this is part of the main quest. And one of the people that sends me to save the hostages is like, oh, save all the hostages, just get rid of some of their bad guys, right? I'm like, sweet, some pretty standard, straightforward hostages. And then another one is like, hey, listen, we don't need the hostages alive. Matter of fact, we don't need anybody alive. Kill everybody. I'll hook you up. And I'm like, holy
Okay.
crap. Okay, so I can either save them or kill them. I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? But I'm always the good guy. I can't go in there and kill hostages. Sorry, I'm not gonna pull that one. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Starfield, and yeah, and over the Christmas break, I plan on playing more Diablo, more Starfield. Maybe download the Elden Ring DLC finally and play through that. Um, you know, just all sorts of gaming done. I could probably have like the next 2 weeks off and play games at least 8 hours a day or more. Let's just pretend 12 hours a day and still not catch up on my 2024 backlog because it was a heck of a year. It was a heck of a year, right, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about the year next week. So let's see. Speaking of which, though, we wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat. So let's check in with the chat. We got Back from the Dead say good morning, everybody. What's up, Back from the Dead? Thank you so much for being here. We have Cheese is nasty, not Chezzles nasty. Cheese is nasty. 3 more days till Christmas. Absolutely. 3 more days. Can't wait. Shout out to my buddy Doggy Dog 420. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Shout out to You're Wicked Hot. He says, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. What's up, You're Wicked Hot? Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Cougar Man 69 comes in saying, good morning, everybody. What's up, Cougar Man? Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Shout out to Sith Lord who tweets out the show. Thank you so much for your support. He says, good morning, Merry Christmas, and thank you for making my Sunday morning. Hey, thank you so much, Sith Lord, for supporting the show. And by the way, guys, be sure to give this show a thumbs up. Every thumbs up helps us get discovered on the live section on YouTube where we compete for views. And then also, please be sure to share it out like Sith Lord does. We appreciate it. on that social media, whichever your social media you're on. We appreciate it. Let's see. Sith Lord says that he's playing a real job. The airport is never closed. Oh, okay. There you go. Doggy Dog says he can't stop playing Indiana Jones. So dang good. Beat the game Tuesday, not trying to complete and find everything I can. Oh, geez. Yeah, that is, you really like it. That's really cool, man. Let's see. Shout out to Fastback. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. So let's get straight into the announcements while the chat gets in. Again, these are just minor news articles. Nothing spectacular. This is just quick announcements. You ready, Terry? So up first, we're going to talk about Terry's favorite company, Ubisoft. And Ubisoft quietly squeezes out another NFT game featuring Rayman Blood Dragon. Now, when it said another, I'm like, they already released one? So this comes to us via Engadget. This comes to us from Engadget. So shout out to them. And Danny Gallagher. So the game they're talking about with NFTs is called Captain Laserhawk from the Blood Dragon animated series spin-off on Netflix, and Rayman, who has appeared in Puppet Adventure. Captain Laserhawk, the game, looks like a generic top-down shooter set in bright neon future world of Blood Dragon universe. You compete in an arena-style blood sport where getting the most kills gets you the win. Totilo describes it as the most basic top-down shooter imaginable. Now, you'll need a Ninja Warrior NFT to play the game. Totilo reported that Ubisoft offered 10,000 of the NFTs for free with some Web3 transaction fees earlier this month. The Ninja Warrior NFT serves as kind of an ID card, and if you miss your chance to snag one for free, you'll have to fork over a minimum of $14.38 or 0.22 in Ethereum to just get in the game. So you got to buy Ethereum to play the game. You pay via Ethereum to get your NFT token. So what is Captain Laserhawk the game look like? First off, I am not in the dragon. What is it? What do they say?
Blood Dragon.
The Blood Dragon universe. I have no idea what that is. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. So it had a trailer, but it sucked. I'm not even going to show it to you because it said absolutely nothing. Right? And buy your ID card, right, takes you here. So you need your Ninja Warrior. Right? Here it is. Ubisoft Ninja Warrior on Magic Eden. So you'll need to buy your NFT token, whichever one you want. So lots of choices here. I don't know the difference between any of these, by the way, guys. I have no idea what the color scheme means. Nothing. But you can see the prices over here, the prices for these, right? So back to Blood Dragon or whatever. All right. So buy your ID card. So yeah, you got to buy your ID card. Become the ultimate Ninja Warrior, and they have screenshots here. So here you can see it is a top-down shooter, very cartoony. You get some blood spilling. Oh, you can't see this. Holy crow. Share. There we go. You can see some blood spilling over here. Going on. Just some top-down shooter fun. And I like top-down shooters, right? So that's not ever the issue. You can, get yourself some 32-bit Rayman action up in here. And you can go up the Ninja Warrior leaderboard. However that works, right? And so, yeah, there you go. That is Captain Laserhawk, the game. And, yeah, they describe it as a frenetic retro arcade multiplayer arena shooter. All right, so now that we have the basis of what this game is, do we have any video available? I wonder if anybody has uploaded this to the internet. All right, so what is it called? Captain Laserhawk, the game. Oh, somebody did upload it. All right, here we go. Let's watch some of this. volume down. I just want to see the action. Here we go. So here he is moving around. It looks like it's a PvP shooter, if I'm being honest.
It did say multiplayer on the thing.
Yeah. All right. So it is a PvP style game. Okay. Terry, are you gonna buy your Ninja Warrior? You're part of the Ubisoft experience here. You're our local Ubisoft lady. What do you think of this NFT game?
Heck no.
Where you get to be the laser warrior.
Look,
or the Ninja Hawk or whatever it is.
Look, I love Ubisoft, but I don't support every decision they make. And I have never supported their idea to do the NFT stuff. Never supported that. It's not for me. I'm not doing it. And, clearly there are people who want to do that. So, more power to them. They want to spend their money on that kind of thing, but that's not for me. I will not support this game. In no way. In no way, shape, or form am I supporting that game.
All right, so Terry is out of NFTs.
I don't do it.
Terry?
No.
You never know.
No. You
just never know. So I looked at the original NFT. The original one was called Champion Tactics Grimoire Chronicles in October. So we missed it. So this is the second one they released in this quarter, right? In October, in which players could buy NFTs for as much as $6,300.
No. No.
So there you go. That is how you get your NFT on. I mean, your thing could become worth a lot of money. Whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna pass on this. Chat, let us know if you're gonna be playing Captain Laser Hawk the game and become the Ninja Warrior or whatever it is called. So there you go. Let's check in with the chat. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, shout out to God Warrior. He says, get Xbox and Game Pass before next year. It's going to be a bigger year for Xbox next year. Absolutely, it is. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Fastback says, Ubisoft NFT, no freaking thank you. Love it. Shout out to Crazy Greek Dude. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, yo, good morning. What's up? That was funny. Shout out to Chet Walker. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Dan, the man Cunningham, joins us. He says, Merry Christmas all. How's everybody doing today? We're doing great. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. You are the real MVP. Let's see what anybody says. No, doggy, we're not putting that on there. All right, let's see. Shout out to Be Nice. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning, gamers. Happy holidays. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Ubisoft is now a Ubi not. Shout out to Fastback with the puns. Ba-da-cha. Let's see what else. Be Nice says he's going to look at it. Hey, there you go. So this is attracting Be Nice. So yeah, be sure to get your Ninja Warrior here. Hold on, let me see. If I click on this one, if I hit connect, oh my gosh. Okay, so you can pay via Coinbase, MetaMask, all of these ones now. So yeah, wow. And it costs 0.012 Ethereum. How much is that in Ethereum? I don't know how much that is. What's 0.012 in Ethereum right now, Terry?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is there like an Ethereum to USD converter? Let's see.
Probably.
Ethereum to USD converter. Okay. All right. It's here. All right. So how much did it say? 0.012 Ethereum. $40. $40.
Woo! No thanks.
$40. By the way, one Ethereum is worth 3,353. Thank God I bought Ethereum when it was only worth like $10. Got my Ethereum on early. So yeah. Moving on. Let's move on because I have nothing nice to say about that. Yeah.
I don't do Ethereum, so I nope.
Yeah, it's gonna be not great. All right. So in other news, Jason Ronald got promoted to vice president of Next Generation. So this was technically announced in another article by The Verge, right? So he was talking about how how Valve is going to be at Lenovo's special get is going to be Lenovo's special guest at a just announced gaming handheld event, but also Microsoft Vice President Next Generation executive will also attend. So this was announced, right? And let me close all these Ethereum things so they stop tracking me. 1 second. There we go. And it was kind of this is at Valve's at at Lenovo's event, with the Lenovo Legion Go, which a lot of people love. So Lenovo might soon announce a SteamOS handheld. Lenovo's larger Legion handheld adds OLED and keeps the detachable mouse. It's time for Microsoft to build an Xbox Steam Deck. Microsoft is now in a handheld gaming PC race. Yeah. So here we go. So Gaddafi won't be the only intriguing voice at the panel of panelists on stage. Jason Ronald, Microsoft Vice President of Xbox Gaming Devices and Ecosystem, will also be in attendance. He's now being introduced as Microsoft Vice President of Next Generation. So there you go. So this was leaked last week. This was already said last week. But now he's being introduced as Microsoft's Vice President of Next Gen. Hey Terry, you know who designed the current Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S?
No, but I just want to put out here. I don't mean to be disrespectful to this guy. It just sounds like these are some made up titles. They're like, yo, you gotta give this
Microsoft can give me all the titles they want if they pay me. I don't care.
They're like, hey, we want him to feel special, so we're gonna create a whole new title just for him. His duties will stay the same.
Yeah. So you want to know who designed the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S? Jason Ronald did.
Okay.
Right. Okay. He made some great devices, in my opinion. So great that we didn't need a mid-gen upgrade, Terry. We didn't need it.
No, we just needed a new title for his job.
He didn't get a mid-gen upgrade. He got a mid-gen title change.
Right. That's what happened.
Yeah. He's Vice President of Next Generation. Shout out to Jason Ronald. So yeah, he's going to be there. And, congratulations to him for becoming the Vice President of Next Generation, which tells me we're closer to next gen than ever before. Officially, he's the Vice President of Xbox Gaming Devices and Ecosystem. But Lenovo's calling him the Vice President of Next Generation. So that's interesting, right? So yeah, this is the Lenovo Legion Go with the detachable controllers, which a lot of people love.
I mean,
a lot of people say that it's just better than the Asus ROG Ally.
It just looks like a knockoff of the Nintendo Joy-Cons.
Heck yeah, the greatest console ever made, the Nintendo Switch. You're talking my language now, Terry. Go on, tell us how much you love it.
The Joy-Cons are the biggest piece of crap.
Gotta hate her.
The Switch is a good console. It's just the Joy-Cons are trash, man.
Oh, gosh, we got a hater in the crowd.
They're too small and man,
you know what, Terry?
I don't like them.
What? 160 million gamers in the U.S. disagree with you.
Yeah, and I'm sure most of them probably keep their Switch docked because screw those Joy-Cons.
And I think that's the best thing about these the new handheld market that we're going into. You can either keep it docked or you can play it, however you want. I especially love the little mouse setup they have, so you can definitely play this on a desk sitting down or on an airplane. That's kind of cool. So yeah, that's going to be great for us. We'll see what's going on. I'm definitely going to be interested in this event. So we'll see what's happening with the what Jason Ronald will be there, how he's going to be talking about how Xbox is going to be on the Lenovo Legion Go now. So that's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to hearing about it. Aren't you, Terry? Aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah. And we'll see. We'll see. I hope Xbox's handheld, whatever it is, does come with detachable controller, because if the one downside to non-detachable handheld devices is that if this joystick here starts drifting, you're screwed. Your whole device is screwed. Whereas if this started drifting here, you could throw that thing away, buy a replacement, and keep gaming on the go. In my opinion, right? I think that has happened to me with my Nintendo Switch, where one of my Joy-Cons broke because I dropped it accidentally, and I could just replace it with new ones, and that's awesome. So yeah, we'll see what the vice president of vice president of Next Generation has to say here soon, and I think this is going to be around the time of CES. Yeah, let's see. Back from the dead said, you thought $20 for Gran Turismo cars were bad. Yeah, that $40 for just to play a game. Wow.
Street Fighter is worse, but nickel and diming you, man.
Jeez.
Street Fighter 5, I think it was. Yeah, Street
Yeah.
Fighter 5.
Holy, those are all selectable, of course, for currency. Yeah. That's just crazy to me. That's that Laser Hawk game. Yeah. Let's see. God Warrior says he's got his Game Pass for next year ready to go. Absolutely. By the way, guys, CD Keys right now has Game Pass available for $20, $25 for 3 months, lowest price ever. So be sure to check it out. I'm gonna go in there as soon as this show is over and buy myself 3 months worth. Let's see. The Switch 2 Joy-Cons are magnetic and Hall effect. Rumored. Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to that. Can't wait. Oh, did I miss somebody? Did somebody come in? No, I don't see anybody. Okay. Let's see. Doggy dog. I keep my Switch turned off. Oh.
I'm right there with you, man. I haven't turned mine on in a very long time, so I'm right there with you.
I was literally just playing my Switch last night, playing some more of that Final Fantasy. It's the music game. What is it? Theater Rhythm. Final Bar Line. Final Fantasy. So fun. Greatest console ever made. Greatest console of this generation. The Switch. Can't deny the success.
I've been debating buying the Fairy Tale game for Switch, so that might get me. It might allow me to dust it off.
You gotta be more specific. You described like half the games on Switch.
No, Fairy Tale. It's Fairy Tale.
Literally called Fairy Tale?
Yes, based off an anime called Fairy Tale. So the Fairy Tale game.
Never heard of her. All right, well, I think you should buy it. Fire up that bad boy. Experience the number one selling console of all time.
They got the sequel out, and I haven't played the first one yet. So I gotta buy the first one. Dude, I looked it up, and the first one, the price has barely gone down. They literally had the sequel out now, and the price for the original has barely gone down. This is why I don't play Nintendo stuff, man. Like, psh.
That's right. They hold their value better than NFTs. Oh, what's it called? Fairy Tale.
Fairy Tale,
Nintendo Switch. Let's see.
It's like the only anime outside of One Piece that I truly love. So,
Fairy Tale 2 trailer. Right, I'm just gonna look at this real quick. Let's skip to it. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's just it's a JRPG. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah. Definitely get it. You should definitely play it. Yeah. Doggy Dog says Theater Rhythm is awesome. Been enjoying that on PlayStation. Hope it comes to Xbox too. Absolutely. I wanted that game to come to Xbox, but I bought it on the Switch as I love it. Yeah. Let's see. Be Nice says, I don't mind new games having microtransactions, but if you're putting a new game out, should have humble introductory prices. Build the brand, and then when big enough, shoot for Fortnite and Call of Duty money. Yeah. Unfortunately, gamers don't have the patience for people to build the brand. It's unfortunate. All right, that's gonna do it for the announcements. Let's get into the main topic, shall we, Terry?
Yeah. Wait, did you guys see the League of Legends, man? Some of the stuff on League of Legends is crazy expensive. for like their skins and stuff. I'm like, people are spending like $3,000. I'm like, that's stupid.
For League of Legends skins? Jeez,
Yeah.
the most I ever paid for a League of Legends skin was $20.
Even to me, that's too much. So, like, the fact that people are spending thousands of dollars on League of Legends skins is just baffling to me.
You just don't know the addiction of League of Legends. You just don't know. I probably, over a 7-year period, all right, so almost a decade, I probably spent $1,000 on skins on League of Legends.
I have not spent that much money.
So, yeah, it was like at that time, too, League of Legends was literally the only game I played. For like a 7-year period, I was into League of Legends. Like I took it competitively serious. I wanted to be like a pro player, diamond ranked guy. Like I was like into it. I would study it. I was like, I was really, really into League of Legends. Thank goodness I'm not into it anymore. It's still a great game. I'm just not that into it anymore. So yeah.
Those are called MOBA. No, is that MOBAs?
Yeah, MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena.
The only one I got into was Paragon, and it died. That game was fun though.
Never heard of Paragon. Yeah,
Paragon was a third-person MOBA, and it was so fun.
Oh, so like Smite.
Better than Smite.
Oh! Don't tell Juggle that. He'll have a.
It wasn't cartoony.
His vein on his forehead.
It wasn't cartoony like Smite.
Yeah. Let's see. I tried Smite, and after coming from the League of Legends route, I couldn't do it. I'm like, I can't see anything. This sucks. So yeah. Sorry, I can't get into it. Shout out to Jacob Novick. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Appreciate you. Shout out to Sour Blow. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning. Good morning. Hey, if I haven't told you guys you are the real MVP, chat, you really are. All right, so let's get into it. So Ecstasis has an announcement for everybody. Let's go ahead. Is the volume up? Let me turn it a little bit down. All right. Here we go. You ready for the announcement from Ecstasis?
Ready.
All right, let me see. Can I close caption this in English? Nope, I surely cannot. All right, so let's listen in.
Tengo entendido.
That's okay. You can translate. Give us a
El
quick
plato principal sin duda va a ser
translation.
Doom The Dark Ages, que nos van a dar una fecha de lanzamiento para el videojuego, un lanzamiento que actualmente está previsto para el mes de mayo de 2025, pero ese lanzamiento para el mes de mayo lógicamente está sujeto a cambio, ya sabéis, hasta que no den la fecha oficial, pues lógicamente puede bailar o puede moverse o desplazarse un poquito. Hay que tener en cuenta esto porque si tuviesen ya la fecha.
So there you go. So he's talking about so this video is him talking about the next developer direct in the second half of January, right? And so he's saying that, and he made a little, this isn't official, right? He just made this himself. He photoshopped this, right? He said he made it so that, saying that Doom, The Dark Ages is coming out in May. He said, now that's according to our sources, but everything is subject to move. You know, so take this for what it will. But right now our sources are saying in May, but that date could move. Translated. Okay? So he's saying that we're going to have an Xbox Developer Direct in the second half of January. And the main topic of that one, the big kahuna of that one, the main attraction is going to be Doom, The Dark Ages, coming out in May. So 2025 for Xbox, The Outer Worlds 2, South of Midnight, Doom, The Dark Ages. What else is coming out from first party? Some people are saying other stuff, but there you go. For first party, guys, those three right now are slated for 2025, according to. So Outer Worlds 2 got officially announced. South of Midnight, I don't think has been officially announced for 2025. And Doom, The Dark Ages has not been announced at all for any year. But if these three come out in 2025, that is looking stacked. Get your Game Pass subscriptions on, because holy crap, it is on in 2025. Terry, are you subscribed through 2025 so you don't miss out?
I'm looking forward to South of Midnight, but I mean, I don't see. They just announced it recently. I don't feel like that would be ready yet. Like, that would literally be them announcing it and getting it out before Fable.
South of Midnight got announced like in 2020 or 2021, didn't it?
No, I feel like it's only been announced for maybe 2 years.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. But I feel like they announced it like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So Developer Direct is supposed to be Doom the Dark Ages. Are you going to play Doom? Are you going to get your hell on?
No.
Oh, come on, Terry.
I'm not a Doom fan. I'm not a Doom fan.
Terry doesn't slay demons. She accepts them.
I'm slaying plenty of demons in Dragon Age. Okay. I don't like Doom.
Doom is for demon slaying the way it should be, you know. So yeah. Let's see. Let me check in with the chat. Maybe the chat will be more excited. Let's see. Chat, let us know. Are you excited for Doom the Dark Ages if it's coming out on in 2025? Fastback says Avowed. Yeah, Avowed. Oh yeah, what about Avowed? Yeah, Avowed is also coming out in 2025. Thank you. So 4 games. There you go. The 4 games. Phil Spencer did say he wants a game every quarter. So if it's The Outer Worlds 2, South of Midnight, Avowed, and Doom the Dark Ages, wow, 2025 is stacked. Capital words, stacked. Capital letters. Sorry. Let me turn off my ringer here, guys. I apologize for that. Give me 1 second. There it is. All right, put that aside. Doggy Dog, it says Cotton Fable, yeah. Jacob Novik says the rumored / leaked Elder Scrolls 4 remake. Hey, that'd be good.
I saw that they were remaking
Doom was revealed to come 2025. There you go. But no date. Well, now we have kind of a date, May. Yeah. Krugerman says, what do you think about IGN reporting that publishers are not committing to a release date because GTA 6 has not have a release date? This is normal. We talked about it last week. 100% normal for when Rockstar releases games. It happened with Red Dead Redemption. It's going to keep happening. Yeah. Doggy Dog says, I'll play Doom till it pisses me off. Be Nice saying, Doom Dark Ages is going to be fire. Back from the Dead says, I still need to finish Doom Eternal. You definitely do, man. You definitely do. Chell Walker says, South of Midnight also recently had a developer preview video recently where they talked about the making of the game and it showed gameplay. Absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that here on Good Morning Xbox. It was a great video. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. God Warrior says, yes, I do. Great for all the Xbox Game Pass games. It's going to be super. So lit. Xbox rocks in gaming. Get your Game Pass. Facts. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's so pumped.
Sorry, Jacob. I did say that it had no release window, but you're right. It had 2025. Yeah. Oh, and Terry is right. It was first shown in 2023. All right. There you go.
See?
There you go. But again, they had not, what is the name of this studio that makes South of Midnight? Undead Labs. There we go. Undead Labs. They released State of Decay and We Happy Few, and then they went silent for like 5 years.
I hope this is good because, yeah, I don't like State of Decay or We Happy Few. So I really hope I like this one. It'd be nice.
Undead Labs? No. Sorry, it's not Undead Labs. Who did We Happy Few?
I don't remember who made
the same
it.
People that did Contrast? Hold on.
Contrast was good.
Yeah, but who released? Let me see.
It's been so long since I played it. I don't remember.
Jesus Christ, what is their name? Why can't I think of their name?
They're saying Compulsion.
Compulsion Games. Thank you. Yes, it is Compulsion. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Compulsion. Yes.
Contrast was amazing.
Yeah. So they're doing South of Midnight.
Good deal.
Yeah. Side Blow says, based on what we know, could 2025 be the biggest year ever? I think we have been on this nonstop trajectory of this year's better, this year's better, this year's better. I think we are in the golden age of gaming, personally, because every game is just so great that we play. Like every year, especially if you're an Xbox gamer, Xbox has such a variety of games, especially on their first-party portfolio, that they attract every type of gamer. And so, yeah, I think it's fantastic. So Terry, 2025, which one are you looking forward to? Doom the Dark Ages, The Outer Worlds 2, South of Midnight, or Avowed? Which one do you want to play first?
Ooh.
First, okay? Not which one. Which one will you only play? Which one do you want to play first?
I kind of want to do South of Midnight first, just because I feel like
Alright.
I feel like it's going to be a shorter game than Avowed. So I kind of want to be able to play it and enjoy it before Avowed comes out, because Avowed's going to probably take longer.
I'm going to be honest with you. Like Avowed and South of Midnight, I think are both going to look great, right? But I'm most excited for the Outer Worlds 2 and Doom. Oh, geez, which one do I want? I'm going to go with... I love the Outer Worlds so much, the first one. I want to play the Outer Worlds 2 more than anything. I really loved the Outer Worlds. I really, really loved that game. Yeah. And Fastback, yeah, here we go. Fastback saying what I'm saying here. South of Midnight has been in development for 4 to 5 years, so would not be surprised if it's a 25 release. Absolutely. Absolutely. Xbox got 1,000 games. Are you saying about this year they got 1,000 games on Xbox Series X and S? Because if so, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So yeah. Fastback brings up something that we'll talk about later here. All these games they want in Game Pass is a big reason not to care if they'll be on PlayStation or Nintendo. We'll talk about that here a little bit later. Xbox. Shout out to Eternal Shaddai. Thank you so much for being here. You're the real MVP, even though you're not on the show. Thank you so much for watching us from work. We appreciate you, buddy. And Chair Walker said, it's in 2025 in the South of Midnight documentary. Did it?
You say documentary?
Documentary. That's right. That's how we say it in the South.
Documentary.
Sorry.
Documentary.
Let me see. South of Midnight. I don't know. Developer preview. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Let's see. Here's the announced trailer, gameplay reveal. Let me look. You can hear my angry typing here. Oh yeah, Weaving Hazel's Journey is what they called it. Okay. All right, so let me see. Let me skip to the end and see if they really do. Here we are. Turn that down. All right, so here's the very end. South of Midnight. Coming 2025, huh? He's right. At the very end. So 2025, Stack, Terry, you're going to play South of Midnight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be cool.
Yes. And me, personally, I'm excited for Doom the Dark Ages as well. But yeah. If this releases in 2025, you got me all in. I mean, you get to drive a mech, you get to ride a dragon. That id-Tech engine is amazing. I don't know why Xbox is going Unreal. They need to go id-Tech. Jeez. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Just, love it.
It's just weird seeing laser cannon fire.
So Doom has always been about preventing hell on Earth, right? So I want to know what kind of magic they did back in the day. Whenever back in the day is, right? That brought these demons out.
I don't know. It seems like back in the day, for their Dark Ages, was still pretty high tech.
Because he's still launching from the Mars station, right?
Yeah,
from the orbital station. Yeah,
pretty freaking high tech, man.
Yeah, so I think I love this gun right here, the skull crushing gun that just crushes skulls and shoots them as projectiles. I mean, this just looks amazing. The shield is going to be such a game changer. You're going to be Doom, Captain America. That's going to be so great. And of course, it's going to be fast-paced action. So if you don't like fast-paced shooters, this is not for you. Right, doggy? I mean, look at this. This looks so cool. You get to mace them. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? The ball and chain thing on a it's a mace, right? Yeah. Yeah. Doom the Dark Ages. Looking so fantastic. So there you go. Leaked for May, and it is coming 2025. Announced right here. So it looks like May is going to be the 2025. So yeah. we are going to have amazing stuff going. Yeah. So we're going to have a fantastic 2025. Merry Christmas, Terry and Axel and Doggy Dog. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Web Dave. Merry Christmas to you. You are the real MVP. And guys, be sure, as Web Dave says, hit that like button.
Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
that's right. Be sure. It helps us get discovered on the live section of YouTube where we compete for views. Thank you so much for being here, Web Dave. Appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe button. Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Doom the Dark Ages. It Stasis says it's May. Very excited for that to finally hit, in my opinion. All right. So, Terry, let's get back to 2024. Let's get back to the present. The future's great. Let's pray. We got to live in the now, as they say, right? So living in the now, as you know, Call of Duty released back in October of 2024, October 25th or something like that, October 20 something, right? So the first full month for Call of Duty Black Ops was November, and November 2024, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 tops November 2024 US sales, continue to boost Xbox Game Pass. There you go. So let's check it out. So, this is why Xbox bought Activision, right? So in November 2024, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the best-selling game of the month, continuing from its debut in October. But Terry, I thought the haters were saying that nobody was going to buy it anymore. Ain't nobody want that crap now that it's associated with Xbox. Ain't nobody going to buy it now that you can get it on Game Pass. They're going to cannibalize the sales. But yet, it's still the number one selling game in November. What happened to the haters, Terry? What happened?
Yeah, the
Would
whole
they just be salty fanboys?
yes, because they bought that on PlayStation and they're happy,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of it being owned by Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's see. The title, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Xbox First Party, has overtaken PlayStation's Helldivers 2 to become the second best-selling game of the year, only behind EA College Football 25. All right, but it's only had 1 month in so far. So it's, it came out late October, late in the year, and it already has sold more than Helldivers 2 ever sold in less time to become the number 2 selling game of the year. December's still here. We'll see. But yeah, College Football 25 is the best-selling sports title of all time. So Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is continuing to boost Xbox Game Pass as well, with subscription spending up 8% year over year, Terry. So subscription spending basically means more subscribers, right? And I think the last official number we got of Game Pass was, what was it, 30-something million? Let's just pretend it's 35. I don't know what the actual number is, right? So what's 8% of 35 million? 2.8 million. That's how much it is. Okay? So 2.8 new subscribers to Game Pass. New, Terry. New. Subscribers to Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, whether it be PC Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate, they're new. 8% of them. So what? This is about the content wars, and it looks like Xbox is winning the content wars, right, Terry?
Yeah, sure,
They
absolutely.
got the best-selling game. They got the best-selling. They got a huge bump on their services, which holds most of their content. Xbox Game Pass, which holds all their content. So, we're looking great over here, guys. But hey, you know what? I know what the haters are gonna say. Console sales. So yeah, there you go. Console sales is what they're gonna say. But we're over here talking about content. It's cool. Go ahead and buy those consoles to play Xbox games.
Console sales when they had like majority of them have never even been turned on because they're all still sitting in a scalper's basement.
Or they're turned on when Xbox releases the next Call of Duty. Right. So yeah, there you go. So next year, a lot of people are saying that next year when Xbox, now that the advertising deal with PlayStation is over, next year with Xbox, they can directly advertise Call of Duty on Xbox with on the box itself, and I think it's going to sell some consoles, as it should already have done. So yeah, so it 8% Game Pass spending, which is great. 2.8 million new subscribers, I'm assuming, and that's just assuming 35 million subscribers, right? Which I think is close to the official number. I don't know the official number. If anybody knows the last official number, let me know. You know what? Let me just Google it. How many subscribers does Xbox Game Pass have? 34 million. Okay, so I was close. 34 million. So let's see. Let me redo my math here. Give me a minute, guys. So that is 2.7 million instead of 2.8 million. 2.7 million new subscribers at let's just pretend that they're subscribing at the $15 mark, right? Let's just assume most of them are PC Game Pass, so $15 mark. That is $40 million worth of revenue for Xbox. I think they're happy. They're winning the content wars. You know what I mean, Terry?
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. Let's see. Jacob Novik, I have seen that video, but I'm not going to post your comment as I don't like using that word here. I call them haters. I call them other consoles people, stuff like that, but I don't use that word here. So shout out to Jacob Novik, though. Let's see. Fastback says, Call of Duty was always a system seller, not a subscription seller too. No surprise. Absolutely. Subscription seller. 8%, 2.4 or 2.7 million sold subscriptions. Absolutely. Let's see. Fastback says software and subscription sales over hardware. Oh, yeah. Jacob Novik says Xbox Axel seen the Series X colored Black Ops 6 bundle online. Brad Smith at Microsoft says Brad Smith doesn't work for Microsoft, but Brad Smith, I know who you're talking about. Right, Brad Smith? Is that who I'm thinking of? Might be another B Smith. Sorry. That I'm thinking about. Brad Smith at Microsoft says they will release him on December 31st and Sony's contract ends then. Oh, that'd be great. That would be fantastic. That would be, wow, a game changer. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Brad Smith is Xbox. I was thinking of Sam's. Brad Sams, a totally different person.
The wrong Brad.
Yeah, the wrong Brad. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Oops, my bad. Let me see. Do I have that? I saw a link to it. I didn't save it, apparently. I had the little COD Black Ops 6 bundle. Let me see. BO6 bundle. Here it is. Let me download this so that you guys don't see all my private stuff here. Open, enhance. All right, Terry, how epic is this going to be when this hits store shelves right here? Bam! Now, I don't know where this is, but it's I think it's Korea, or it's not Japan. That's not the Japanese. It's either Korea or I don't know. Is that Japan? Call of Duty. Because this right here looks Japanese. So this looks Japanese, and then it switches over. Oh, it's the double Japanese. Okay, yeah, this is Japan. Okay, so there you go. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 bundle. Look at it. System seller will be what it could get. Yeah. Sorry, it's Terry Smith. Yeah. Terry Smith. Shout out to DE. Says enhance. Is that Blade Runner or any generic Hollywood image processing? I got it from Super Troopers, where they're over there trying to get a printout, and the guy just keeps saying enhance, 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 and it's like just print it. I got it from there, so I got it from Super Troopers. It's Axel Miyakesanti. What? I have no idea what that is. So Terry, what do you think about Call of Duty? You know, selling some subscriptions, still being the number one selling game, even though all of its sales were supposed to be cannibalized. Well, what do you think, Terry?
I think this is fantastic for the brand, and it's showing that their investment is paying off, and so this is good stuff. And it'll be good if they for them to sell this bundle because there's a huge market in other countries where the console isn't selling, and Call of Duty is popular. So this is a great way to get people to want to buy into the console. So do it.
Do it. Buy it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Hey, Terry, check the private chat real quick, please. Let's see. So yeah, guys, the haters said what they said, but I don't buy into it. Just being honest here. Just being honest. All right. So let's move the show right along here. So yeah, chat. Whenever the haters tell you that, Xbox is cannibalizing sales, Game Pass is bad for the industry. Nah. Yeah, no. Yeah, whatever they say. whatever all the haters say.
Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox bad. Console sales good. Let them know that you want to know what's better than console sales? Money.
I want to just mention, because we were talking about Switch earlier, that the Nintendo Switch has officially, finally surpassed the sales of PlayStation 2.
That's right. That's what I said. It's the best console of the generation. The greatest console. It's soon going to be the number one selling console of all time. That's why I'm calling it the greatest console ever made.
So it is. Because PlayStation 2 was the greatest selling console. So it's now the Switch. The Switch has surpassed the PlayStation 2.
That's right. Take that, suckers. I'm glad that my one Switch that I bought contributed to that. Yeah. Let's see. Crickerman says, which Xbox console do you think had the best design? The OG, the 360, the One, or the Series? I'm going to be real honest with you. I think that design-wise, when the 360 was announced to be vertical standing and just that white look with the curves, I was on it, man. That was a sexy console. I'm gonna go with the 360. What about you, Terry? Which one do you think had the best?
I agree. I like the 360. Mainly, the big thing for me with the 360, it was vertical, but it was removing the hard drive was so easy. You know what I mean? It was just click, pull off the top right there. It was just easy. Now you have to dig around behind the dang thing to pull the little card out. Waste of time. Just boop.
Yeah, the 360 was, the 360 I think was the best design. It had the face plates, not the wraps, the face plate. It had the removable hard drive. I think it was just such a well-designed console overall. When they redid it to the 360 Slim, they solved a lot of the red ring of death issues, but I still think that the OG design of the 360 was sexy.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Fastback says, reason why Xbox is okay having the games on multiple platforms that brings in more money for the Xbox ecosystems equals more games in Game Pass. I hope so. And Fastback also votes love the 360 look. You know what? Man, that question is so good. I'm going to put it in a poll. Let's see what the which Xbox console do you think? You know what? Which Xbox console
had best design?
Had the best design.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah. All right. OG Xbox. The Xbox 360. Because there's only 4 of them. So let's see. The Xbox One. And I'm not talking the Xbox One X. Xbox One X, right? I'm just talking Xbox One, the VCR one, Xbox One Fact, and Xbox. Ooh, we're gonna go with the Series X, not the Series S, as I don't have enough space for that. So here we go. It's in the poll chat. Let us know which Xbox you think had the best design. Be sure to check to vote. Let your voice be heard. All right, let's see. Yeah. So while the chat is voting, you know what? Let's. This is a great segue into our next topic here. And also, even if Satya didn't mean exactly bring the love of gaming to everyone, who in the right mind would be opposed to that? Well, let's take a look at what Satya said. So if you so he did a interview with, God, who was it? I don't know. I forget who it was, but he did an interview, and to access the interview, you got to pay a subscription, which I'm not going to do. So shout out to Twitter or X for uploading this. So let's listen to this clip, shall we, Terry?
Okay.
All right. Here we
And
go.
the love for gaming. If I think about it, right, we chose the secular growth category in entertainment, which we think is gaming, and said, let's double down on it. And it's been a passion for Microsoft ever since. In fact, I think Flight Simulator launched before Windows or Office even. And so it's like one of the longest franchises in this company. And so we said, let's take that joy of gaming everywhere, and that's why even these ads with Xbox Now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, it's about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices. So our strategy with Activision content now is in full force. We feel fantastic about the progress we've made, and more importantly, I think on long term, as a company, we can bring the best of AI innovation, cloud innovation, console innovation, PC innovation to build the best games that can be enjoyed by gamers everywhere. And the love.
So there you go. First off, this lady's supposed to be doing hand signals, but her face expressions are like throwing me off. But I didn't know that face expressions were part of a. I don't know. Maybe it's an inflection, so that people, doing the who are ASL, American Sign Language, can tell the tone. So yeah, it's throwing me off. Sorry, but. All right, so Satya talked about redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, and people hated that. They said, excuse us, you're going to tell us how to be fans? What? And he's over here talking about, bringing games to more gamers everywhere. And, he talks about this is an Xbox ad and all this stuff. So first off, a lot of people were upset about the redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan. Do you think that to be, they're changing so much that, they're leaving some of the fans behind and only taking on their own fans, the redefined fans? Have they, which I do think they have changed the mindset of gamers in a positive way. So I don't think his statement is wrong, but I know that statement has also pissed off a lot of people. What do you think, Terry?
I don't think they're leaving fans behind. I mean, they're still supporting those fans. You know what I mean, with the same older franchises that they love to play and stuff. So I really don't think they're leaving anyone really behind. I mean, they're still making Halo. They're still making Halo.
So I mean, but they're not making exclusives anymore. Indiana Jones could have been a console seller, a lot of people say, because it's so great, but they didn't, because they announced they didn't even let it have time in the sun, because it got announced as a PlayStation coming to PlayStation in 6 months.
But see, again, I feel like people don't love Halo because it's exclusive. They love Halo because they love Halo. They love the game. They love everything about Halo. The fact that it was exclusive was just a perk.
Yeah, but I love Xbox because of Halo.
Fine, but you don't love Halo because it was exclusive. You just love Halo.
The system seller for me back in the day was because of Halo.
If Halo was
that's why I got into Xbox.
If Halo was multi-plat, you would still love Halo. You love
Sure,
Halo.
but we're talking
love
about Xbox here. What got me into the Xbox ecosystem was Halo, the system seller.
That's fine, but because you love Halo, not because it was exclusive. You know what I mean? It may have brought you into the ecosystem, but you don't love Halo because it's exclusive. You love Halo
don't you think
because
that's bad, though? If gamers don't
franchise.
jump into the ecosystem, if their games are available everywhere, gamers won't jump into the ecosystem. You say that's fine, But then the ecosystem will
They
die.
are jumping into the ecosystem wherever they have the stuff available. That is the ecosystem.
I think if you don't compete in the console
You
space,
still,
which is
you,
part
you
of the
still
ecosystem,
have,
I think you're not doing well.
Any place that they put their games or that you have to buy into it to get access to those games is their ecosystem. They're getting the same money whether you have to purchase it on PC or on an Xbox console or on cloud on your Fire Stick, wherever they want to put stuff. Wherever you can purchase a game is part of the ecosystem.
I doubt that, because part of the ecosystem is the Xbox Store, which the Xbox Store is dominant.
And the
on the console.
and the Xbox Store is basically can just be an app that they can slap on anywhere. It's the ecosystem.
They can't though. They can't slap it on Google. They can't slap it on iPhone, and they can't slap it on PlayStation or Nintendo. They don't want the Xbox Store. They don't want the Xbox Store there. So you're talking about this whole they can. No, they can't. Let's live in the present. Let's live in the now. They can't. They want to, but they can't.
All they got to do is put it on your smart TV, and then everybody will have it. They don't have to put it
because Google won't let them.
There's plenty of TVs that aren't have anything to do with Google.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. WebOS, they could do a WebOS store for LG TVs, but as it stands right now, none of the only place you can access the Xbox Store is PCs, obviously, and Xbox, right? And so to me, that's money. If we're talking about money and the Xbox ecosystem and all that stuff, right? Part of the ecosystem to me is being able to purchase on the Xbox Store, right? If I leave that ecosystem, if I leave purchasing, they should care that I'm not buying my Xbox games anymore on the Xbox Store, right? Which of course I'm still buying my games on Xbox Store, right?
If you're still buying an Xbox game, you're still part of the ecosystem. It doesn't matter where you buy it.
But I'm saying, should they
care? That's like saying somebody who went to GameStop and bought a physical copy isn't part of the ecosystem because they didn't buy it from the Microsoft Store. Like, that's dumb.
Okay. All right. So the Xbox Store is irrelevant.
I'm not saying it's irrelevant. I'm just saying
doesn't matter.
I'm saying their ecosystem is in more than one place.
Yeah. But I'm trying to tell you that the big part of the ecosystem is the store.
No,
it's not. Okay, store doesn't matter. Terry, I don't ever want to see you buy another Xbox game again.
It doesn't matter.
I never want to see you buy another Xbox game again.
I'm saying any place you can purchase an Xbox game is part of the ecosystem. It's not defined by one location. They're going to get their profit regardless.
Let's bring in another voice. Shout out to Dreadpool. He joins us. Thank you so much for being here, Dread.
It works. Does it work?
Works.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. It works.
It works. So hold on. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Right. Sorry. Let's see. So let's see. For me, the Xbox who I bought as my first Xbox looks best. The Minecraft Grass Block Theme Xbox 1 terabyte with a creeper controller. Cool. Let's see. Fastback says Sega tried to compete with Nintendo, and how did it go? Nintendo decided to be Nintendo instead of competing with PlayStation. Xbox has competed, now evolving into being Xbox, not PlayStation. Okay. So let's see. Crazy Greek Dude says, so what? Play Halo on your Xbox. Okay. Crazy Greek Dude says 70% of PlayStation is better than no percent. Oh. But is 70% better than 100%? Let me know, Crazy Greek Dude. Let me know if 70% is better than 100%. Let's see. Jacob Novik says, Axel, look at it like this. Such an Xbox redefining Xbox fan is like when Xbox bought UBK, Sony Jim complained, but here's the thing. The competition isn't protecting every company by logic. Okay, that's a very broad statement, Jacob. Okay, broad statement. Let's see. Fastback says, Game Pass is the ecosystem on multiple devices, not just console. Agreed. Game Pass is everywhere the ecosystem exists, which I totally agree, but it doesn't exist on competing platforms, consoles, platforms, right? Let's see. One company, aka one part of the fans here, will always lose. Yeah, let's see. Dan the Man Cunningham says, I'm curious if Game Pass will continue to have exclusives after Seth's messaging. Probably not. Let's see. Fastback says, Halo on PlayStation and Nintendo will not prevent me from playing on an Xbox console. Sure, but it also doesn't stop me from buying competing consoles and never buying an Xbox. Like you guys are always on the green side of, the grass is green over here. I'm more on the okay, let's get real. They're cannibalizing stuff, right? That's what I think. But let's see. Xbox still gets paid no matter what. Sure. No one's denying that. They still get paid. But again, it's 100% better than 70%. Just saying. Let's see. Oh, Back from the Dead explains something to me here. He says, Axel, the sign language interpreter expression, speed of hand motion, and mouthing the words she's signing is all part of sign language. It depends if she's doing ASL or ESL, which signs she'd use. Okay, well, there you go. Let's see. Jacob Novik says, Axel, if you buy a PC or PlayStation next gen, let's say to buy Xbox games, you're literally proving their point. Buy an Xbox game anywhere. Xbox still gets most of the money spent. Most. Yeah. Agreed. Let's see. Okay, and that's it for now. Dread. All right, so we just watched the video. I don't know if you've seen this video where Satya said that they're redefining the console space and they're redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan. And some people, like me, and just quoted said, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said, we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan. And just commented, I'm not sure it's up to Satya to decide what people are a fan of. And that's my point.
He's right.
What if I've obviously made my voice very clear. I'm not a fan of no console exclusives. Right? So there you go. And Terry's not a fan of Xbox Store. She's never going to buy another Xbox game on the Xbox Store ever again because it doesn't matter. So
I never said that.
Well, what about you? What do you think of that statement, Dredd?
Well, you can't. It's just like Charles Barkley saying, "I'm not a role model."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you might not set yourself up to be a proper role model, but you're always a role model to somebody. Every single one of us here, somebody looks up to, whether we like it or not, whether we expect it or not, whether anything we do is being looked upon by somebody else, whether it's in this community or outside the community. Somebody's looking up to us. Okay, and that's Charles Barkley's thing is, I'm not a role model. Your parents should be your role model. People like that should be your role model. But it's the same scenario here. You can't tell me that that you're going to change me as a fanboy. You don't know that we're fans of Xbox because of the console, because of the games that are on that console, right? So when it comes to certain things, is it exclusives that made it a fan? Was it just the fact that we were able to play those games on on the console? Well, there were so many different variations. So one fan is not the same as the other fan. Like you and I disagree all the time. Terry disagrees with both of us all the time.
Yep.
She has her style of fandom of games that she likes to play and how she likes to play. Ironically, we all like to play on Xbox. So when it comes to that, we have similarities as well as the differences. And you can't dictate how I'm going to be a fan. That's the thing that most people forget. Like you go to rock band concerts and stuff like that. Some people listen to the band's music before they even go to watch the band. Some people listen to other music before they go watch the band. Some people, you don't even do any of that stuff. And then afterwards, it's the same scenario. Everybody has a different way on how they want to remember this stuff, how they want to go about doing this, and for that, I understand what he's trying to do, but the way it comes across, it can be a negative way to look at it, because you're telling me how I'm a fan, and I'm going to be altered as a fan because you're going to alter the way that I'm a fan of the product. So yeah, it's kind of, I could see where people have animosity against it.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well said. Well voiced by Dredd. He definitely said it. What makes me an Xbox fan can be different than what makes you an Xbox fan, right? And to me, the number one place to play, the games play best. They advertise that the games play best on Xbox. I love that messaging. I love the most powerful console. I love all that stuff. You know, the world's most powerful console. I love the whole, you know, fire it up and it just works. You know, I mean, to quote Todd Howard, it just works, right? So to me, the console space is important as part of the growing Xbox ecosystem. Has the Xbox ecosystem grown beyond the console? Absolutely. It's definitely more than just a console, and I love that. I do love that it's grown, but I still think the console space is very important, super duper important. And you know, Xbox fans for a while there haven't been feeling it. We haven't been feeling it, Terry, for a reason, because they're not letting the console shine, if you will, right? So hold on. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So yeah, let's see. Fastback says so. Game Pass not being on PlayStation and Nintendo helps gamers save money instead of buying a game outright. Game Pass is a console, PC, mobile. Yes, it is. It's there. Let's see. DE says Hot Pockets are done or smoke alarm going off. Which one is it?
Yeah,
it's definitely Hot Pockets.
Biscuits. I'm making biscuits and gravy. Sorry.
Biscuits and gravy. There you go.
Hey, at least it's not the smoke alarm.
Yeah. Fastback says gamers who choose to play Xbox first party or PlayStation, Nintendo doesn't matter to Microsoft Xbox because it all equals money. Yeah, absolutely. They don't care. They don't care, surely. But you know, if they care a lot about money, they should care about every dollar they lose as well, because it's harder to get people in the door than it is to keep them in. Because once they're in, keeping them in is the easy part. Just being honest. But once you start doing things that kicks them out the door, they're never going to come back in. And they should have learned that between the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One generation. So they really got to be careful on that, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. He was doing investor speak since he was answering investor question. Basically, say BS to keep investors happy. Hey, you know what? He needs to voice his words to his consumers as well. Let's see. So again, he was talking. He also said, you know, we're redefining it and we're doing this is an Xbox ad. Let me see where he talked about it.
Secular growth category in entertainment. Let's double down on it. Let's Microsoft ever since, in fact, for Windows or off along its franchises. That let's take that joy of wear, and that's why even these ads with Xbox now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan. It's about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices.
All right. So speaking of enjoying Xbox on all your devices, let's take a look at this ad again, shall we, Terry? And Dread. Oh, Dread's gone. Okay, shall we, Terry? So the ad. You know, this is an Xbox. Okay, I got my TVs all by itself. I got my phones. Yeah. Okay, I got my screens. I got my ROG Ally. Okay, my gaming PC. I got my laptop. Okay. Yeah. Going back and forth. That's not an Xbox. They got all sorts of stuff being an Xbox. And so that ad didn't show a Nintendo Switch. It didn't show a PlayStation, right? So let's talk about the ecosystem, right? So this video is part of Deadly Headley. He is a advertising guy. He works in the advertising space, and he breaks down that this is an Xbox ad for us to tell us about what Xbox is trying to do and why it's so great. Now, me personally, I love that this is an Xbox ad. And he basically breaks down the this is an Xbox ad for us, quote unquote, redefining the Xbox fan, right? So he basically says that, you know, hey, play it day one on Game Pass. Well, what the hell is Game Pass? That doesn't tell anybody anything that's outside of the Xbox ecosystem. Right, day one on Game Pass. That doesn't tell anybody anything on the Xbox ecosystem. You know, because Xbox is to the mass audience is still just the console. And I'm not just talking the mass audience here. I'm talking the mass audience that doesn't know much about gaming, right? So here they're trying to redefine what an Xbox is to let you know that, hey, you know what, you can do. You can play your Xbox anywhere. Everything's an Xbox now. So they're now trying to redefine that Xbox is more than just a console, right, Terry? As it is. And so he breaks down the ad very well, by the way. And he basically says that this is great because now it's going to intrigue curiosity, because that play it day one with Game Pass, well, that doesn't say anything to them. But this is an Xbox. Hey, you know what? How do I get Xbox on my TV by itself? You're going to click that little Xbox ad, on your Samsung TVs or on your phone or something. And you're going to look, hey, you can play Xbox games with a subscription of $20 because it's Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And some people might check it out. And you know what? I think that's great. I think this is great. Obviously Xbox can't straight up come out and say that they are the Netflix of gaming without, being them. But they want to be as synonymous as gaming, as Netflix. Because when you look at subscriptions, right, and you think of subscriptions, everybody knows Netflix, right, Terry? He talks about how this is just always in people's mind. When you're thinking of streaming services, the first one that people think of is Netflix. When you think of package delivery, the first thing you think of is Amazon. When you think of searching the web, you think of the verb Google. You think people Google it. It takes up people's minds. And it's so much that they even include Netflix buttons on their controllers. Xbox wants to be synonymous with gaming. They want to, they're not as big as Nintendo or PlayStation right now in the mindset of people. So that whole, this is an Xbox, they're trying to expand that. And I think that's great. And I think that's a great direction. And I think that's more of what Satya meant when he said, we're redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, as in it's not just going to be, on the console. The Xbox fan is going to play on his TV. The Xbox fan is going to play on their phone, on their PC, and, through cloud gaming. And maybe this is great for the brand, because if a lot of people start experiencing cloud gaming, and they're like, you know what? How do I play this natively? They're going to go and get an Xbox console, or they're going to get a PC, whatever it is. So I think this ad is fantastic. And this Deadly Headley does a great job of explaining all this, even better than I just did. I don't know if you watched this video. Terry, did you watch this video?
This one now.
Yeah. The Deadly Headley, where he basically breaks down the ad, because he's right. The whole play day one with Game Pass. And, now they're saying, well, that doesn't mean anything to someone who doesn't know. But now that they're getting the curiosity of like, play these Xboxes, and this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, this is also an Xbox, this is an Xbox. I think it's a great ad. And I do think that it's trying to accomplish what Xbox is trying out. Now, obviously, this isn't perfect because, this is an Xbox TV. It's only on specific TVs. This is an Xbox, you can do it with your Fire Stick, but it only works on certain Fire Sticks. So it's not totally perfect yet, but it's definitely going to get there, right? So I think he does a really, really great job of the whole this is an Xbox, breaking it down. And I think when Satya was saying we're redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, the console warriors, the console people, they're saying, well, you can't redefine me, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's not trying to. He's trying to add on to you, which he did, which Xbox has successfully to me. I still think exclusive matters, sure. But as Terry said, am I going to care that I play my Xbox here or there? Obviously not. Obviously not. As long as I'm into the Xbox ecosystem, right? That's what should matter, right, Terry?
Yep.
So this is a great video, guys. Let me know if you watched it, but I think it's a fantastic video. Dredd, are you still there? Dredd? No.
He's eating his biscuits.
He must be eating his biscuit. Maybe he got some gravy on his YouTube ugly sweater. Great ugly sweater, by the way. Love it. So let's see. Let's see. So you just said earlier that Game Pass is growing 8% year over year. Big part because of games like Call of Duty. Game Pass will make more money than keeping games exclusive to one piece of hardware. You can't mix Game Pass subscription with games on hardware. That's I think they're both individual growth, but hey, money's money, as you said it. But yeah. Let's see. So Fastback says, I don't think every game will be day one on every platform. So day one on Game Pass first helps grow Game Pass. Game Pass $15, $20 a month, over $70 on the consoles. Yeah, that's what it should do. But people are patient. Like I would. I'm not going to pay until Xbox gets some system sellers, like real system sellers. Which Indiana Jones is a system seller in my opinion. It's not going to be. It's not going to matter if they keep it exclusive for a while. It has to be like a generational system seller. So yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, and here's Dan, the man Cunningham. Absolutely, he says what I say. The Xbox console may not need exclusives, but to maintain the Game Pass user base, it has to have exclusives. Yeah, Netflix has exclusives. Amazon Prime has exclusives, right? Exclusives matter, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, right? And Game Pass can't be the exclusive on the console, the only exclusive. So that's all I'm saying. The consoles have always ruled. What is it? Games sell consoles has always been the same, right? If you have the games, the consoles will sell. So consoles are important to me, but we'll see. We'll see along. Dread, I really need you in on this, buddy. I need your opinion on this ad or on this breakdown if you watched it. All right. Let's just pretend Dread doesn't watch it. Do you want to give an opinion on this breakdown? What do you think, Terry?
I mean, I feel like you already thoroughly covered it, but I mean, I don't know what you really want me to break down.
Nothing. Just do you agree with it? Disagree with it? I mean, the advert. I love seeing stuff broken down. And this guy, he's an ad guy, and he really broke down that this is an Xbox ad, saying that it's the best ad for Xbox in years for the new direction. That whole, I think the ad does a better job of explaining Satya's point of, redefining the Xbox gamer. Do you think the ad does that?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is a great ad, and because they've been pushing the Xbox is more than just a console, and that you can play anywhere, and this really kind of sets that out for everybody who didn't quite get it. So I think the ad is great.
Yeah. So, but the console warriors, the console leaders, Xbox is treating us bad. They're not good to us, so forth and so on. Oh, sorry. Dreadpool's here. Never mind. Forget everything I just said. Dreadpool, did you watch this breakdown of the ad from Deadly Headley?
Console bad. No, I'm kidding.
No, he didn't say that.
No. Yeah, I watched this. It just gets the point across that it's no longer just the console anymore. You can, and it's not for the hardcore. The hardcore are always going to play on console, but it's to let everybody else know, that if you're playing on the phone, you're playing on a handheld, you're playing on a laptop. What else? Show me something else I can keep going with. If you're playing on your cat, it's not, that's not an Xbox. But everything else that you're able to get your hands on can be an Xbox. In that way, of you're able to access Xbox games, you're able to access your content. And it doesn't tell you about the stuff that we know. We know that your cloud shares are there. So if you log in, it doesn't matter that you can start the game from where you left off, and stuff like that. It doesn't tell you all that. It's stuff like that we tell you because we're in the know. It's not really for that. It's not for us. It's more for those that are uninitiated or know very little or are stuck on the 2013 Xbox TV. It's not TV anymore. It's over here. It's over here. It's over here. It's everything. So that's all it is. It's a good. It was a good way. It was smart because it got us all talking. Those that hated it and those that loved it. So it did what it was supposed to do. Get people's attention. Get people to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's not forget that the console leaders are mostly millennials at this point and older. Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen Z, they care mostly about their phones and their tablets. They don't care about consoles like we do. So I think this ad really, they're trying to get those young ones because you got to get them in. It's harder to bring them in the door than to keep them in the door. right? So this is their attempt to try to get them in the door, because once they're in, they're locked. You know,
Yeah,
once you
even
start
in-
playing buying those games on the Xbox store, you're locked, right? You're locked because that's where your content is now, and that's where you're going to stay. So yeah,
even in my industry, it's retention. 'Cause
retention. Yep.
once you get the customer, it's retention is the most important thing. That's why it's
Mhm.
customer service, doing stuff like that to keep people there. And, uh, they've faltered recently, but it
Yeah.
is what it is. It's and people freaking out, yeah, speak your mind. Don't get me wrong, speak your mind, but don't be freaking out like it's the end of the world or the Xbox is dead. It's been dead for how many years? It's
Been
been
dying
dead
for like 8 years already. Yeah.
No, well, trust me, it's been dead since before it even started.
You're
So,
talking
like in the OG Xbox,
like these guys. Some people on YouTube love to say this stuff. Hold on, he'll show it. He'll show it here in a second. Like this,
Yeah.
Xbox is dead. Rip Xbox.
I mean, he really kind of just shamed one guy.
Hey, this isn't my video. This is Deadly Headley's video we're watching. Okay,
he's like this one guy.
he did. He really did.
Again, you look at even just this one guy. How many times has he said it? He's doing
He
it for
says it every
clickbait.
week, like 3 times a week.
Exactly. These guys say it for clickbait. That's all it is to get people's attention. Hey, look at me. This is all they're doing. And he's giving them that attention, but it's also the proper way to like throw them under the bus of hey, you idiot. But yeah, we know him. He does it for the attention, and people
Oh my
fall
God.
for it.
Yeah. No, and like I said, this is a great ad, and I think it does a great job. This guy does of defining that whole. We're redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, and console. The the boomers, the Gen X, the millennials took offense to it, right? Because it doesn't define them. It doesn't define me. I'm a console first guy. That's the way I like to game, console first, because it's the way I grew up, right? But of course, our young ones aren't growing up that way. They're growing up on their tablets, on their phones. They see gaming differently than we do, and Xbox wants to be part of that. And I think they're doing a great job of it.
Now that you
Let's see.
say that, I'm thinking more and more. I don't remember that many boomers complaining about it. I don't remember that many Gen Xers complaining about it.
Because they've left. They grew up and left. I think the millennials are like the first group
Yeah, I was
that
going to say
have
it's just
vastly
more.
stayed gaming, grew up with gaming, and stayed in gaming as adults.
Well, not only that, but I'm just thinking about those that are boomers and Gen Xers, right?
Mhm.
Most of them aren't, because I think we grew up with Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, mom and pop stores where we rented our games. We went to our friend's house that had the consoles. So if we didn't have that console and we wanted to play on that console, we went to that friend's house, or they came to our house.
Millennials did that too.
But not as young adults. Like millennials
Yeah.
that stayed gamers, we owned our consoles. And the console war exploded when we were young kids. Like, I remember being 10 years old and the console war was full blown, Sega versus Nintendo thing.
Yeah.
Sega does one,
for me,
Nintendo.
there was no console war for me.
That
Like,
wasn't. Yeah, that
no
wasn't.
one ever discussed anything like that. I
Oh
didn't.
man, you went to the wrong.
The
You
only
didn't
war
live in the hood, the
Yeah,
gaming
what-
hood, right?
only war-
Where everybody had consoles.
Everybody
The
had
only war
consoles,
you
but there was
saw-
no console war. It was just you got what you got, and
Yeah.
everybody was fine with that.
It was the old elbow trick, You
Play. It was never like, oh god, he's got a freaking Genesis. Ugh. That never happened.
It was like that where I was at.
No.
That never
You
happened.
guys went to different. You guys were much more,
Civilized.
kumbaya. Where I
We were
grew up.
civilized, man.
Apparently, we were less accepting of people at that time too. Huh? Go figure. We were more civilized, though.
All right, let's see. Hold on, let me catch up with the chat because it's rolling. Hold on. Shout out to Bald Man Gamer. He says just popping in to say hello there from me and Xbox Party Network. Yeah, absolutely. Check out Xbox Party Network, guys. They go on while I'm working, like at 2:00 local time. But definitely check them out. They're great. Let's see. Everybody, make sure you like and share and subscribe to these awesome peeps. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Shout out to Gone Man. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. He says, good morning, beautiful people. Absolutely. Thank you. Good morning to you. Baldman Gamer says Indiana Jones is the best game ever. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Be Nice says on average, platforms put out 48 exclusives a year. Xbox own a good chunk of ongoing legendary multi-plat titles. To say they won't have exclusive and the whole slate is going, that's crazy. Hey, we didn't say it. I didn't say it. Someone else said it. Let's see. Fastback. Yes, popular games will convince gamers to Game Pass, and that's Xbox's job to support their studios and produce great games, and money coming from PlayStation and Nintendo's gamers help that. Okay. It does. It does. And we'll go more into that. Let's see. Yeah. Chell Walker says there was a Nintendo versus Sega war when I was little and Atari versus Commodore, right? Right? I feel like Terry's younger than me, so she should have experienced it, but I don't know.
No, everyone was cordial.
Nope.
It was just like, hey, this guy's got this. We're gonna go play this. No, this guy's got that. You know, there was never any shade on anything.
Oh, there was on
the only time I would feel like people would, banter back and forth is like when they would play like a game like Mortal Kombat and you were like a Sub-Zero fan versus like somebody else. Like that was like the only like, oh, you like Raiden? He's so that stuff happened. Like battling over which character in a game was better, but it was never like a battle over the console.
For me, like Mortal Kombat is the exact reason. Like I was always like, oh, you got a Super Nintendo, the no blood. No adult. You're still a kid. I got the grown-up teenager console, the Genesis. It was funny. Anyway, so let's move on. Sorry, Dred. Sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, the only time I really saw like an actual war was when Crash Bandicoot was going over to Nintendo's offices and declaring war on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was great.
That was really the first sign that we saw like an actual war back and forth between the companies. Other than that, it was always a competition. It was never war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
The way Sony did it, obviously now we know why Sony was doing what they did back then. But again, most of us didn't care. We were just having fun playing games. If we didn't have it, our friends had it. We went there.
Yeah, Dreadful and Terry grew up in neighborhoods where everyone kept their front door unlocked. Yeah, I agree with that statement, Chet Walker.
No, seriously, locked
doors where I grew up.
My mom actually, one of my brother's friends came over to play, and he sat down and played video games while my brother wasn't home. Seriously, that my mom just like, all right, some kid just came in, and she's like, I've seen this kid before with my son, and he's just sitting here playing games. And my brother comes home and sat down next to him like nothing, like it was nothing. You know what I mean? But that's the whole thing too. We call each other's moms our mom too. So we like, hey mom, and they all adopt us as kids.
I see.
So we're one of their kids also. So, but again, that was the mentality that. It wasn't a competition, us versus you, and you can't have this. And I was like, all right, you want to play? Come on over. I can't wait to get this for Christmas. Yeah, I hope you get this for Christmas too. Once we got online, then it was man, I hope you get this too, so this way we can play from our own homes.
Yeah. That's definitely not how I grew up. You guys grew up in nice neighborhoods. I grew up in the gaming hood.
Nice.
Right?
The gaming hood.
The gaming hood. The gamer hood. Okay.
One house was down a few blocks that had the rich kid that we all had to like go to, and I never went to that house. It was my brother's friend's house, and I never went.
The rich kid for us was the kid that had a trapper keeper. That's how poor I grew up. Let's see. Baldman Gaming says, I hope the next Xbox console looks a lot like the Series X, as it's probably the best designed console ever made across all platforms. There you go. I do love the Series X design. Showtime Reezy says, good morning, everyone, and happy holidays. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Showtime Reezy. You are the real MVP. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Dude, just because your comment just threw me back to elementary. Like, because like I was poor, so like I was envious in elementary school of anybody who had a gigapet. I'm like, those rich bastards.
Right? Those rich bastards. Paul McGivney, when everyone plays, we all win. Absolutely. We all win. All right. So hold on. We had a poll in the chat. Terry, earlier today, we asked which Xbox had the best design. What did the chat pick?
All right, 21 votes. This is probably our most popular vote to date. So,
Yeah.
which Xbox console had the best design? 38% said the Xbox 360, tied with another 38% that liked the Series X.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 14% like the OG and 9% like the Xbox One.
There you go. Love it. Everybody love it.
I also want to say, I also thought you were rich if you got to go to Chuck E. Cheese's growing up because,
God,
you know,
I never got to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, no.
I never got to go
never
either.
got to
And now
go.
I'm an adult and I see how crappy Chuck E. Cheese is, and I'm like, okay, I didn't miss anything.
Oh no, we went to Chuck E. Cheese for my daughter's friend's birthday, and that's when I realized how overhyped it was. Everybody talked about it like it was the greatest thing. Sliced
Yeah.
bread, or I'm sorry, sliced cheese, and yeah, it's. I've had better times at knockoff places.
Peter Piper Pizza was the best. Let's see. In my hood, if you didn't have a Trapper Keeper, if you didn't have a Trapper Keeper, you could get beat up. What the hell? That's hilarious. Oh my god. Fastback. Axel, you're not in that hood anymore. Calm down. I grew up in low-income apartments and we shared our games. You had a roof? What was that
You
like?
had a
Fastback?
roof. Get out of here.
What was that like? Let's see.
Look, I grew up on a farm. Okay, we didn't even have a door. All right.
I grew up with having to have to walk outside to go use the restroom.
Yeah, I grew up going into the dug hole with the seat that had the hole drilled.
You
cut
had a
out of it.
seat?
Yeah, we had a
You
seat.
didn't have a seat. No, you had the two little footsteps that you had to sit there and squat over.
Yeah, no, that's how where I was. Yeah,
No, we didn't have.
but then I was like,
We had-
like
if
I
you
was
did
lucky
that-
to when I had running water, right? It was only out of one faucet, and that was the whole water for the entirety of the house. The washing dishes, the taking a bath, the taking a shower, the drinking water, everything came out of the same faucet.
Did you have cable as a kid?
What the hell is cable? No, I'm just kidding.
Because like we never had cable.
No. I think one time my dad bought one of those at a flea market. He bought one of those decoder boxes, and we had cable up until they changed the decoder method. But yeah, all right. Let's move on. Back to the point. Let's not go over how poor we were.
When you squat down, make sure there's no goats around because you might-
We
No
didn't.
goats around. What the-
Okay, we went in the woods. Okay, just go.
Oh
in the
my
yeah,
woods.
that's where we went. But yeah, you have to watch out because the goats don't like it when you're squatting down like that. They think you're gonna fight them.
So funny. Splendifer says, I know about squatting. We did the same in Jamaica. Shout out to Splendifer. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. All right, so back to this. Let's get back to the point that I'm trying to make here.
These ads with
What in the
Xbox
woods?
now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan.
All right, so ads with Xbox, redefining what it
Joy
means
of
to be an Xbox
gaming
fan.
everywhere, and that's why even these ads with Xbox now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan.
All right, so back to it. All right, so back to it. So, the console warriors kind of felt a little ignored, as I've said. I have felt ignored. I feel that the Xbox console is ignored, right? So, but Xbox was like, you know what? Here is. Turn off the music. A brand new ad for just the console to let us know that they haven't forgotten about consoles on Xbox Series X. But notice it doesn't say only on, right? But yeah, on Xbox Series X and S, and it shows these great games. It shows Call of Duty. It shows Indiana Jones in the Great Circle, and it had another one on there.
Stalker 2.
Stalker 2, thank you. Stalker 2, right? So they are showing you what you can play on a console today and advertising the console, which is great, as I think they should, right? So I think these more great ads that showcase the hardware, ads that also showcase, hey, you know what, you can play this is an Xbox as well, but if you want the best experience on Xbox, you got to go native. And to me, as a console first kind of gamer, am I a console first gamer? Not really. As a console guy, right? I guess I am. as a console first gamer, I love that they finally put out some console ads that advertise the hardware and the games you can play on the hardware. Again, though, I feel like Indiana Jones, they should have put like only on Xbox, and then like that whole, what did you call it, deceptive tactics that Dreadful calls it, and in little 8 font put down PlayStation in 2025 or something like that.
Deceptive practices.
Yeah, I think they need to acquire some deceptive practices, in my opinion. So yeah, I think that this ad is great. I think it showed off some great games. And again, so last week they put the "This is an Xbox" ad. This week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago they did it. This week they put the Xbox Series X and S hardware ad. So people like me are happy because they haven't forgotten about it. So, so there you go. So yeah, they put out another ad. So again, redefining what it means to be an Xbox ad, but I think they want to make it straight that they're not forgetting about their existing Xbox fans. But again, exclusives is what their existing Xbox fans are into.
You know what they're missing?
What?
They're missing the fact that you could have done like how Nintendo did, where you're out and about portable, and then you get to the house, you put the switch down, docking it. You could have done the same thing with going from the TV and then sitting down on the Xbox. So like you could have been playing, let's say in the kitchen counter while you're
Plagiarism.
eating. Just use
it. For that to work, it's
That's
like
plagiarism.
somebody's complaining about latency, and then they put down the Xbox console. That would be against their own goals.
Well, I'm not saying complain about latency. I'm just saying you're sitting there having dinner, eating it while you're playing, and then you get up, throw your dishes in the sink, you sit back down, and then you continue playing on the couch. You sit, you're on the bus, you're playing on your phone, or you're at a work meeting, on your laptop, and then you get home and you jump back into the game on the couch. That could have been an easier transition, saying, hey, this is an Xbox, but yet when you go home, you can sit down and relax. That's where most people do, right? When you sit down on your couch, that's where your game is, usually on your couch, except for you with your 2 crickety old man chairs there. I mean, tell me.
I don't game on my couch.
About my chairs, my crickety old man, my boomer setup with a rocking chair. I love it.
The only thing you're missing,
and a glider. I love it.
The only thing you're missing are a whole bunch of balloons.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so fun. I'm gonna add it. I love my boomer gaming setup. I love it. I do this on purpose, by the way, guys.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up. But that's the whole thing, right? That when you sit down to relax to play games, you usually play on the couch. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, if the couch is full, you go to the bedroom and you play laying down on your bed. Yeah. But again, if you have, usually buy a secondary console for something like that, and then you buy the S. Mm-hmm. So again, if you're, I think that could have been an easier message also, versus just this is an Xbox, that they could have had that going on, shortly thereafter too, to show people, again, it doesn't matter where you play, as long as you play where you want. And if you want to play on the couch, there you go, and everything's integrated, so now it doesn't stifle people from, we don't want to play on a laptop. What's this? I don't want to play on my phone. What's this? You know what I mean? Why would I play on my TV? I want to play through my TV with the console.
And some people, yeah, and that's the way gaming has been for us. But again, the younger generation doesn't see it that way, right?
No, they don't.
So the whole redefining the fans. The one counter I always give to Terry is that even on their own ads, they don't say PlayStation. Even on their own ads, they don't say Nintendo. Well,
I don't think they're allowed to legally.
On PlayStation, there is no Game Pass. On Nintendo, there is no Game Pass. There's no Xbox Store, so forth and so on, right? So that has always been my big counter of the Xbox ecosystem without the things that define the ecosystem, which is the store and Game Pass, not just the games. the store and Game Pass aren't present on the competition, and that's where a lot of us are like, why are supporting it if they don't buy into the ecosystem, right? But to counter me, this was published by Windows Central. Let me read it out loud. Sources tell us that Microsoft is working on a set of in-game APIs and user interface features called Project Rainway, which is some form of cross-platform Xbox guide menu. Microsoft has been inspired by the in-game Battle.net social features seen in Hearthstone, Diablo 4, and World of Warcraft, which lets you share and communicate cross-platform. This means that for games running on platforms, on other platforms from Xbox, they will still have an Xbox flavor and in-game Xbox systems, maybe even cloud saves. So, Indiana Jones on Steam, for example, supports cloud save. So, this goes on to this whole this is an Xbox, right? So let me keep reading. Read the second half here. Diablo 4 keeps your progression no matter what platform you're on too. Microsoft wants to extend that to all of its games, and that's what Microsoft ultimately means with its marketing campaign. This is an Xbox. Every game itself will become an Xbox if this Project Rainway becomes fruition. So, to shut me up, with my whole, you don't get to access this, you don't get to access that, right? Basically taking inspiration from the now first party Battle.net, where if I'm playing with you, if we're playing Diablo 4 cross-platform, we still talk the same because we're talking through the Xbox in-game API. So this expands the ecosystem where it hasn't been allowed to grow, right? So even though Xbox Game Pass will not be on PlayStation, even though the Microsoft Store will not be on PlayStation, you know what? The Xbox APIs will be. The in-game APIs, which only expands the ecosystem even better and is diluting those lines of console exclusive or, that whole argument that people like me have, right? So what do you think about this, Terry? Because this only serves your point.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Terry doesn't know. Dread, what do you think about Project Rainway?
I think it's awesome because Terry's speechless. No, I think it's a good thing, and it's what I think it also does is it opens up the door that even if you're to play at the competition, you don't have to sign in to the competition's services to have your saves. Your save just goes across no matter what. So whether you're on the competition and then you come back and you play on Game Pass, or you own the game on multiple times, you could still have your saves, possibly. The fact that everything, communication wise is still there, I think is a good thing because it opens the doors from the gatekeepers. There is no gatekeeping here. They are literally, with each step, knocking down these doors, knocking down these walls. So I think it's a good thing. Is it would they be making less money because of this? Yeah, they could be, because it doesn't incentivize them to come over to the Xbox and buy a console. But at the same time, it incentivizes them to be more willing to play games that have this feature via Microsoft or Xbox. So it incentivizes them to be into the ecosystem one way or the other, which again pushes the brand forward. You're muted. You're muted. I don't hear you. You're just blah, 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 blah.
Sorry. My bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry, let me catch up with the chat because I missed RWK88. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. Yeah, and DE says, "Do you mean quick resume everywhere?" Yeah, right. That's a console exclusive for sure, 100%. Let's see. Godman says, "I have a comfy recliner. I sit close enough to touch the screen with my toes." What?
Woo!
Wow. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Fastback says, "As an Xbox gamer, why do I care that Game Pass or store is on Nintendo or PlayStation? That is Microsoft problem, if it's actually a problem."
Exactly. Why do you
It's not
care?
our
Nobody
problem
cares.
to solve. I agree with what you're saying there, Fastback. But as someone who saw the plethora of platforms die in the 90s, especially my favorite Sega, I care about the health of the brand. And if less people access the Microsoft Store, if less people have access to Game Pass, then I care. Yeah, of course I care, because I want the ecosystem, the brand to grow. I want the brand to grow. That's why I care. Fastback. Part of the article is literally "shut up, Axel." Yeah, no kidding. Absolutely, can't disagree with that one right there. So yeah, there you go. So Xbox is breaking down these walls, as Dreadpool said, right? Xbox is making this whole Xbox. This is an Xbox. In turn, Xbox wants to make it so every Xbox game itself will be an Xbox, because it will access the ecosystem through automatically, regardless of where it's played, right? Of course, how are they going to solve that on ecosystems where they don't have control? Well, this is one of them. In-game APIs is one way to access the ecosystem. So we'll see how else they do it. So we'll see how else this keeps growing, because I'm loving everything I'm seeing, and everything's coming to fruition, right? Eventually, the Xbox Store is going to come to mobile once they're done with the legal battles. I think it's going to come to mobile. Why not? And maybe one day all the stores will be available everywhere, and we'll be in gaming utopia. But until such a time, until we reach gaming utopia, I do care about the brand health. It's very important to me. And you can't weaken the brand. To me, right now, a part of that health is with exclusives. Not 100% exclusives, but it is part of the brand health, in my opinion. So yeah, Terry. So I put up a poll in the chat. I haven't ended it yet. I don't want it to end yet, but I basically asked, "Are you a redefined Xbox gamer?" I put down, yes, everything is an Xbox. Partially, exclusives still matter, and no, the console will always be the only Xbox. Which one are you?
Well, you already know. Everything's an Xbox. You already know.
There you go.
I don't give a flying flip about exclusivity.
There you go. So Terry has been redefined. Dread, are you fully redefined, or partially, or not at all?
None of the above, but yes is the only one that fits right out of the options you gave there. So I'm not an Xbox fan. I'm a gaming fan.
Right.
So yes, everything is an Xbox is going to have to fit, because that's the only category that's close enough to what I am.
Close enough. Okay. All right. And me, I'm still on the partial train. I'm not fully redefined yet. I'm partially redefined, because I still think exclusives matter.
I don't know, man. I don't think you're partial at all, man. You're all about Xbox is the place. Exclusives matter. You're not partial at all, man.
You're like, get off my lawn, guy.
Oh,
yeah, whatever. You are not partial.
I'm saying get off my lawn because this is the first lawn I have. Okay. No, this is no, I would say I'm partial because I love the cloud gaming. I don't care that anybody else can access the Xbox ecosystem fully. And I don't care that every game is exclusive or not. I don't care about that. But I do care that certain games do stay exclusive. That's some games should be exclusive. That's all I'm saying. So I'm on the partial train. But it's funny because Terry's over here, like, she defines me as 100% Xbox, and I define her as 100% she doesn't care about the Microsoft Store.
Oh my God.
So yeah. So we're even Steven. Terry doesn't care if all her purchases go away and don't exist in the future. She's still an Xbox.
What are you talking about?
If the Xbox store dies, hey, there goes all your purchases. Just saying.
I mean, that's true for anything that's all digital. like your cloud.
Hey, the cloud will always be in the sky. Okay.
The cloud can just fizzle away, man, and you'll have no way to get a hold of anything on it. So
hey, don't make these clouds start thunder. Don't be making rain out of my clouds. Okay. Let's see.
Your cloud gaming. What was the one that Google made that just fizzled away?
Stadia.
Stadia, yeah, that could happen.
Because they overhyped and underpromised, or
overpromised and underdelivered.
Underdelivered.
And it didn't have exclusives, like first party
only,
exclusives. I mean,
like I think Amazon's the only one that I still actively see them putting ads for Luna. Like I don't see anybody, advertising for their thing.
I was this close to getting Luna. This close.
I know, hard pass on Luna right now. Google put the fear in me.
Well,
That's all I'm gonna say. Terry, but I just ended the poll. How does the chat feel about being redefined Xbox fans?
Are you redefined? 72% said yes. Everything is an Xbox. Eat it, Axel. Then 18% said no. The console's the only Xbox. And then
eat it, Terry.
No, that's 18%. That's like 2 people. All right, and then 9% partially exclusive still matter.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm on the partially. I think I'm in the partially crowd.
You're the only one that voted that, huh?
I can't vote. It's my own poll. I can't vote. But if I could have voted, it's what I would have voted for.
You voted on your wife's account.
Yeah,
I don't.
We saw you do it.
Account? I think I do.
See? Uh-huh.
There it is.
Unbelievable. Oh, Fastback. Axel still thinks he doesn't have a roof and his Xbox consoles are getting rained on, blaming Xbox, but it's his own tears soaking up the Xbox. Oh, Fastback. We'll see. Doggy Dog 420 says, I wouldn't play on Luna if it was free. Preach, brother, preach.
Dude, I still see Amazon advertising Luna. And Jacob says they don't, but dude, I still see them putting up the stuff, man. Yes, they do.
Let's see. God Warrior says PC is an Xbox, your phone is an Xbox, Game Pass is an Xbox. Absolutely, 100% agree with that. My beautiful wife, she says, I always vote for Axel. There you go. So she did vote for me. She voted partially for me. So yeah, it is my vote. Yeah. So and soon here, Xbox wants to go the route that each game is an Xbox, and I think that's fantastic. I think that's a great thing. So going back to the main point, I showed you guys all the research that I did, just so that we could understand Satya Nadella's
joy of gaming. Let's take that joy of gaming everywhere, and that's why even these ads with Xbox Now, where we are redefining what it means to be an Xbox fan, it's about being able to enjoy Xbox on all your devices.
So there you go. So all of this, even this, the games where in my opinion, where the ecosystem doesn't exist currently, is bringing more of the ecosystem in. Project Rainway is going that route, right? So I think that's great. So that way they won't just get the money, people, they'll be in the ecosystem on their Microsoft account. Yeah. Showtime Reezy says, no one will believe me, but I'm an Xbox. There you go. Okay. And Terry, you wanted to talk about Sega, right?
I don't.
Oh, you don't? I thought you did. Okay. Sorry. My bad.
You like talking about Sega?
I love Sega. I'll always have love. I always have love for Sega. There's rumors going around that Sega is launching their own streaming service or subscription service, aka like EA and Ubisoft.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So yeah, we're going down the subscription model route, So there you go. So yeah, that was. Are you excited for that, Dred? Do you play enough Sega games to subscribe?
No, I mean I do, but not enough for me to justify subscribing.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I've been wanting to buy
subscriptions that you can subscribe to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to buy some games, but I'm like, do I want to buy them or do I just want to play them? And I've started to like separate this whole, like when we were kids, there were games you bought and there were games you rented, right? And so I'm starting to look at these like, you know what? I don't think I want to buy that game to own it. I just want to rent it. So I'm thinking about like subscribing every now and again to like Ubisoft, subscribe for 1 month, play the game, unsubscribe, got my fill. Yeah. And I'm going to do the same with Sega. So yeah.
Yeah,
totally
I have a problem with that though.
What?
My problem is I forget to unsubscribe.
Oh, I unsubscribed literally the same day. Like
Yeah.
I subscribe, set it all up, and then delete immediately. Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
or not unsubscribe, but I removed the reoccurring payment option.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
not all of them have that, and you have to unsubscribe. And unfortunately, if you paid for a month and you stopped halfway through, you stopped it there and you paid for the full month, but you don't have the full month access.
That's
And
why
that's where I want to get it cut off, like right at that cutoff date. And for some reason, by the time I remember, even with the alerts, it's the day after, and it's like,
I mean, if you're getting it on Xbox, all you have to do is uncheck the reoccurring bill.
no,
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the Xbox. I'm talking about other places.
And the FTC is currently making it so that it's much easier to find that whole uncheck, unsubscribe button instead of going through a ton of menus. So shout out to the FTC.
Yeah, they went
everything they're doing
after
right.
Adobe with Premiere.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That sounds illegal. It's not.
I
It's an
want to go
option.
after. I want to go after my water company though, legit. Because when you go and you pay your bill, they automatically check to go paperless, so then you don't get your bill. And I hate that. I have to uncheck it every time I pay, so I know that I'm still getting my bill.
I see. Yeah, no, not me.
There was some very, very mad customers that ended up missing payments and getting their water turned off. A lot of them because of that trick where they auto put people on paperless.
Yeah, but
Oh my
you should
gosh,
be
yeah.
getting an email or something.
No, I pay the bill. The email goes to my husband, who doesn't even look at his email. So no.
So then you should be switching it to your email.
No, I'm not going to look at it either. Like, I'm not going to look at it. So I want the physical bill, not an email, because you get so much spam emails in a day that, it's just 100 some emails in a day. I'm not going to go looking through that for one stupid bill.
I see. I don't know how to solve your problem here, Terry. So
They need to stop auto checking paperless. Those pricks. Give us the option. If we want paperless, we will check it ourselves.
everything is paperless. You've been redefined as a customer. So, anyways, let's see. Let's see. So, yeah, that's where Sega's coming out. Doggy Dog said that he's a day one subscriber here for the Sega service. Absolutely. Let's see. Fastback says, I agree with Satya as a preferred Xbox gamer. There you go. Chair Walker says, purchase a prepaid credit.
Not in this house. Not in this
all the
house.
way.
Nope.
Anyways, all right, guys. But if nobody else has anything else, that's going to do it for today's episode. But first, Terry, are you doing anything special for Christmas?
Nope.
No? All right.
It's just
Jen, are you doing
day.
anything special for Christmas?
Yes, I'm good. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we do the Christmas Eve with the adopted parents and the family there.
Uh-huh.
And then Christmas Day, we go to great grandma's and spend some time with the family there. And then the rest of the time, I try to relax and down the nerves from all the pressure from everybody. So that's it. Other than that, working on videos.
There you go.
That's
All
all I
right.
do.
And I have for Christmas, I'm probably just going to spend tearing this place apart, adding my new additions that I know I'm going to get from my beautiful, lovely wife this year, and playing some games.
I bet she's excited to see what she got you too.
She is. She is. I get it all from her. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. And we'll go from there. So, but yeah, guys, however you spend your gaming Christmas, let us know. We'll be here next week for New Year's, pre-New Year's, right? Pre-New Year's?
Pre-New Year.
Pre-New Year. Yeah, we'll do our Game of the Year next week because, the years are actually over. So we'll do our Game of the Year next week episode. So yeah. We'll do our Game of the Year next week, guys. But of course, we wouldn't be able to do this show without you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to all of the shows here on the Iconic Video Games channel. With that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm Maxo1324.
I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And I'm Dreadful.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.